Mr. Jeremy Pumpington Fufflefoynes has been shot 3 times through the yard. Probably in this very room, probably on this very carpet. A very nice carpet, by the way.
Thank you, Inspector.
I'm sorry, Inspector Dexter. Did you say Jeremy is dead?
His ventricles are completely ventilated, sir.
And yet to think, just a brief, short while ago, Jerry was so alive. He was so terribly alive.
Suddenly changes our dinner plans.
I presume this was a shooting accident, Inspector Dexter?
No, Rector, this was no mere shooting accident.
But you don't mean that it was
Murder.
murder?
Yes, it was murder. And I believe it was somebody in this room who murdered him.
In this room?
In this room?
In this?
I think that's enough of that. Was it you who killed him, Reverend Roger Penworthy-Pillis, the rector at Twicknam?
I? How dare you insinuate such a thing? Why, see, I love the man.
Was it you who killed him, Mrs. Reverend Sarah Penworthy-Pillis?
It was not I, for your information, Inspector Dexter.
You're quite a cool, as the Americans say, cucumber. Or did you, the man's own wife, do it, Mona Thumpington Fufflefoynes?
Only 2 fuzz in fine.
Sorry.
No, I didn't kill him, I swear it! Yes, I wanted him dead sometimes. I planned to murder him every now and again. Often on Tuesdays for some reason. I even bought a rare Pakistani poison instead of pinking shears that might have seemed an accident, but no, I didn't kill him, I'm innocent. I swear by all that is holy.
Protesting a bit much if you ask me. Well, one of you did it, now I'm going to find out who.
I suggest you question Mona.
Well, I suggest you question Sarah.
Rector?
I suggest you question him too.
I always envied you, Sarah. I confess it. Your beauty, your tea cozies,
And my husband,
and your husband,
Viper.
amphibian.
Rector?
Inspector?
I demand the facts about what happened here tonight.
Oh, who cares? You killed Jerry. He's dead, isn't he? That's all that's important. That he's gone to glory, passed over, gone west, popped off, kicked the bucket, cashed in, popped off, baked out, slipped his cable, croaked all this beautiful carpentry cocktails. Isn't that what's important?
Rector?
Yes, Inspector.
Was there any tension in the room prior to Mr. Pumpington Fufflefoynes' death?
Tension? Was there any tension, darling?
Tension?
Let me think backwards.
Well, isn't this a bloody boring part?
Stop it, Jerry, stop it. You're drunk.
Damn you, Jeremy. Damn you.
Sir? You're a cad. There may have been a little tension in the room.
But I say, let's not quarrel, shall we?
Hellish weather we're having, isn't it?
I've never seen such snow.
I find it so comforting. Snow.
Bollocks.
It's now 3 minutes to the hour. Dinner's ready when the clock strikes 7.
Huzzah! I hope you made the cheese things. I do love the cheese things.
The cheese things are scrumptious, are they not?
Bollocks.
Have you all seen Prime Suspect 15?
Well, it's not nearly as good as 12.
Bollocks! My lord, we're not going to sit about making bloody small talk all evening, are we? Talk about the weather, restaurants, and what we've seen on telly?
Sport. Sad sack. Gloomy boots. Party pooper!
You know we're all going to croak someday.
It was almost as if he'd had a premonition about his own death.
I could be a corpse on this carpet at any moment. Beautiful carpet, by the way. And I'm supposed to discuss the bloody cheese things?
Stop it, Jerry, stop it. I hate it when you get morbid like this.
My God, does none of us read? Does none of us think?
Well, I
occasionally read the
Does anyone have anything of substance to say?
Well, I don't believe much in God anymore.
Roger!
Making conversation, darling.
Look at us. None of us is living a life worth living. We're pathetic, toothy, boring creatures with ridiculous accents.
Accents? What accents?
Just then, the clock began to strike.
The lights went out.
What happened to the lights?
And on the final stroke of 7, bang, bang, bang. 3 shots, probably from a Webley 45. Just a guess. Then somebody screamed. I think it may have been me. Yes, it was me. And when the lights came up, Jeremy was lying on my carpet.
I can't believe that such a brief, short while ago he was so alive. He was so terribly, terribly alive. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that already?
If what you say is true, Mrs. Penworthy-Pilks, then the murder weapon is still in this room. Indeed, the fatal pistol is still in someone's pocket. It's not as if any of you lacked motive.
But we didn't want him dead. We loved Jeremy. He was so charming, so fun, so...
Well, I'm going to have the truth.
Inspector,
Rector,
I have a confession to make.
sort of your job, isn't it?
I mean, I have a confession to make to you.
What sort of confession?
Well, I don't believe much in God much anymore.
Is that your confession?
No, that's not my confession.
Sorry.
Anywho, now that I'm confessing, I might as well say that I don't really like the cheese things very much either.
You don't like the cheese thing?
I can say that now. I never much liked the cheese things, although I always said they were scrumptious. The truth of it is, I was lying.
I always sensed that you didn't like the cheese thing.
Well, I've always adored the cheese things.
Must we discuss the bloody cheese things?
Jeremy said the exact same thing just before he was riddled with hot lead.
In any case, Inspector, you can take me away. For it was I who ventilated Jeremy's ventricles. I ended his life with this starting pistol. It's very hard to say all of this as a disbelieving Christian, because now I'll be hanged and I'll go into eternal empty void and nothingness forever and ever instead of paradise. A nice place, I always picture it rather like Brighton, but without the tourists.
Very well, sir. If you'll follow me to the yard.
The yard? What's out in the yard?
Scotland Yard!
Oh, Scotland Yard. Yes, that's.
Just 1 moment, Inspector. I cannot allow this to happen, for it was not only Roger with the starting pistol who killed Jeremy, it was I with this Webley 45! You may take us away now, Inspector.
Stop, Inspector! It was not only Sarah with the Webley and Roger with the starting pistol. It was I with this .505 telescopic elephant hunting rifle. I didn't need to tell you why I killed him. It was the sardine sandwiches he had for breakfast.
shall miss his happy, hedonistic laughter.
I shall miss him singing the Oxford boating song.
Well, you'll all miss him, but you all shot him, didn't you?
That is another thing.
I see, chaps. Is dinner on yet?
Jerry!
Jerry?
Jerry!
I said, I seem to have been shocked.
Yes, Jerry. I'm afraid there's been a bit of a shooting accident.
Well, the bullet seemed to have ventilated but not violated my ventricles. Who are you?
Mary Dexter of the yard, sir. But if you're not dead, sir, then I must say my purpose in life is quite evaporated. I'm having existential doubts, sir. I've been rendered redundant. What happened shall I do with my dwindling empty days?
You can try gardening and get in touch with the earth.
Excellent idea, sir. I shall take up the spade.
In any case, chaps, I apologize for being so utterly beastly before the
Shooting.
shooting. All that morbid rot about death and corpses. But you see, some weeks ago, I had this personal dramatic revelation. Because my doctor told me I had this ingrown toenail.
No.
No!
No!
I'd quite given up on life, you see. The bally thing made me so bitter and nihilistic.
Jerry, you never told me about your toenails.
I wanted to spare you, darling. Besides, the funny thing is, as I was lying there ventilated on the carpet, I actually crossed over to the other side. And I saw God, you see.
You saw God?
And paradise. Quite rotten, isn't it?
So, there is a God?
Nice chap. We had a wonderful chat about Prime Suspect 15.
Did God like Prime Suspect 15?
He preferred 11. God also suggested I start appreciating things more.
What was paradise like?
Nice place. Rather like Brighton without the tourists. In any case, I lost all my bitterness, and I realized that this world is really quite nice, really. I love the snow. It's so comforting. I even love the cheese things. But mostly, I realize now how much I love you all.
Oh, dear, darling Jerry.
You're so alive again. So terribly, terribly alive.
Well, looks like we've got the truth of it now, don't we, Rector?
Indeed we do, Inspector. And God bless us, everyone.